Hello, 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 beautiful people. Welcome back to Good Morning with me, Misti B. Now, I have a question for you as always. Did COVID-19 kind of put a little wrench in your travel plans last year? If so, raise your hand. I was one of them. Well, guess what? Today's guest is here to rescue all of us. She is here. She is with the Bahamas Ministry of Tourism, and her name is Mikala Moss, and she is going to tell us all the reasons why the Bahamas is better. So stay tuned. Guys, I'll be right back with our guest, and we're going to see all of the amazing things happening in the Bahamas. See you in a second.
Real estate can be a very complicated process. Finding one, how much can you afford, financing, closing costs, mortgage, putting it on the market, considering offers, inspection, negotiations, submitting offers, schools, down payment, title insurance, home warranty, taxes, review net sheets. These are the pieces of the puzzle of home ownership. I'm the person who helps put it together and the glue that keeps it together. Give me a call.
Most multivitamins have ignored the health and nutritional differences of African Americans. What we require is a multivitamin designed to best suit our needs.
After years of treating patients and fighting health disparities, Dr. Greg Hall, physician, researcher, and educator, created a formula of multivitamins specifically designed for African American men, women, and adults over 50. Sequence Vitamins, because our needs are different. Available at sequencevitamin.com.
My prenatal promise is to make sure my baby is safe and healthy, because I know it is possible to acquire syphilis, HIV, or other STDs without knowing it. Getting tested is my very first chance to protect my baby. Doctors are required to give expectant mothers 3 separate tests for syphilis. If you're pregnant, ask your doctor if you're being tested properly for syphilis and other STDs. Congenital syphilis can lead to a miscarriage, stillbirth, or an infant death. Don't risk your baby's health. To find out more, visit myprenatalopromise.com.
Experience the pinnacle of performance at Big Star Cadillac, formerly Ron Carter Cadillac. Drive the new 2021 Cadillac XT5 Luxury Collection for only $449 a month, or the new 2022 XT6 Luxury Collection for $549 a month, all for 39 months lease with just $1 down. At Houston's only Cadillac to-your-door dealer, Big Star Cadillac, Gulf Freeway, just 2 minutes south of the Beltway.
Smarter when you shop at Big Star. Shop BigStarCadillac.com.
I'm Jonathan Cox with the Cox Radio Law Firm. For years, we have represented people who have been hurt or injured all over the country, but Houston is home. We fight for those who have been hurt or injured, however it may happen. So if you've been injured in a car accident, big truck accident, or even while at work, call our injury hotline at 1-800-HURT-NOW or log in to BigCityAccidents.com and let us fight for you.
BigCityAccidents.com. We fight for your right to get back your life.
Well, welcome back, everyone. Listen, did you miss traveling in 2020? I know I did. Okay, so I am so glad to have our guest in the studio. Her name is Mikala Moss, and she is, let me make sure I get this right, the Bahamas Ministry of Tourism, Investments in Aviation, the Marketing and Sales Manager. Hello, Mikala.
Hello, Misti.
Wagwan. I had to say that to you to make you laugh. Wagwan.
It's so good to be here, girl. How you doing?
I am doing well. All right, so let's start. Because see, people hear Bahamas and Mikala, they naturally think Nassau, right? Sure. Especially in the States. So let's define all of the islands, or as many as you can, in the Bahamas.
Well, there are only 700 islands and 2,000 keys in the Bahamas.
I'm sorry, only 700.
700 islands and 2,000 keys. So if you win the lottery today and want someplace to hide out for the next 2 years and not touch the same ground every day, you can hide out in the Bahamas. You can relax.
Wow, okay.
But the Ministry of Tourism, the tourism office, we promote 16 major islands.
Okay.
And they're offshore keys, Nassau being one of them. And actually, Nassau is the capital city on the island of New Providence.
Okay, awesome. And so those other islands, those are there, we can go, tourists, we can go there as well?
Absolutely. Hotels, airports, tourist activities, restaurants. I mean, start in the north, in Freeport, Grand Bahama Island, move over to the Abacos. You can go down south to Exuma, where they have 365
Ooh, I've heard of Exuma,
islands.
yes, okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
If you want pink sand beaches, you should try Eleuthero's Harbor Island, which is on the North Shore.
Okay.
We have a Long Island in the Bahamas that has the deepest blue hole that National Geographic has ever measured, called Dean's Blue Hole.
Okay.
And every year they do a dive excursion or a free diving competition down there, where you free dive in Dean's Blue Hole to see how far down you can go.
Okay, what is free diving?
No equipment.
Oh.
No oxygen tanks.
Oh.
No extra accessories. It's just you and the breath in your lungs.
Do you free dive?
No, ma'am. I can barely hold my breath just to wash my face.
When you said a competition, I'm like, oh, so it's several people doing this.
Several people doing it.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely, every single year.
Okay, so when you hear the Bahamas, I naturally think of the good food in the Caribbean.
Yes.
Talk to me about the taste of the Bahamas.
Oh, in the Bahamas, the first, the last, and the only thing you need to know about is conch.
Oh, I love conch.
Conch. I'm wearing my conch shell earrings today.
Oh, come on, conch shell earrings.
Conch shell
Yes,
earrings.
okay.
You need to know about conch. We do it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can have
Define
it raw.
conch though for those, because that's not something you can get here in the States. Well, maybe Miami?
Maybe Miami.
Maybe, okay.
Further south, yeah. But it's a mollusk. It's in a shell. They pull the mussel out of the shell, they clean it off, and then however you want it. Like I say, raw, we do conch salad, where they add lemon, lime, any kind of citrus, and onions, sweet peppers, tomatoes, and some hot, spicy Bahamian peppers, usually a Scotch bonnet.
You're talking my language, honey.
Or ghost pepper. And they mix that all up. You can even have it tropical, where they add fruits to it, like pineapple. You can do conch fritters. That's usually the first.
That's the first thing I tried was the conch, and that's fried, correct?
Yes, that's deep fried, easy to manage, easy to sample. We do cracked conch, which is bear battered, and deep fried as well with French fries. Cracked conch with peas and rice, conch and rice, stew conch for breakfast.
Come on, conch
stew conch and grits, stew conch with Johnny cake, grilled conch. I mean,
and the lobster in the Bahamas is good, right? It's different than the lobster we get in the States.
Correct.
What's different about it?
So Bahamian lobster is spiny tail lobster. They're no biters.
Oh, no biters. Okay.
No, they have long tentacles and they crawl along the bottom of the ocean. And you just find a lobster crawl and follow them along. And
honey, that's some good eating. Look.
Delicious. It's
all people say. Okay, so I have to ask you, so since this pandemic, how has travel been I can't say post-pandemic. I don't even know the proper terms.
Through the pandemic.
There we go, 2021. How has travel been?
It is increasing, thankfully. It is improving. People's travel confidence is growing, and that's really important. We opened our doors in the summer of 2020, actually, soft opening, where we allowed private boaters and private pilots to come in first.
Nice, okay.
Because at least it was a little bit more manageable with numbers. And we also started and implemented a Bahamas health visa.
Nice.
And every passenger coming to the Bahamas has to fill out the health visa before they board their departure flight or their departure boat.
Got it.
That health visa allows us to make sure that their COVID negative test is submitted, and that we at least monitor them on day 5 if they're staying in the Bahamas for 5 nights or longer.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So there's a little bit
That's
of
pretty fair, though,
safety.
considering.
Yeah. If you're coming in just for 4 nights, then it's just the first test, and then you get your COVID information, and that helps you as well going into indoor restaurants, into certain hotels. And then if you do happen to be near someone else who might have gotten COVID, then at least with contact tracing it assists as well.
I like the health visa. Okay, do you guys require a vaccine to enter into the Bahamas?
No vaccination required.
Okay.
Those that are vaccinated have a slightly lower price for their health visa.
Oh,
so there are perks to being fully vaccinated. Absolutely. And for island hopping as well. For island hopping, if you're staying in Nassau for a few days and then going on to one of our other islands, you'd need to apply for a domestic health visa.
Okay.
Whereas if you're fully vaccinated, that visa is free.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I like that, though. You're offering something for everybody.
Absolutely.
That's absolutely wonderful. Okay, so let's talk about it. How in the world? So, we live in Houston. It's so easy to go other places. How easy is it to travel from Houston to the Bahamas these days?
Really easy.
Okay.
We have direct flights on United from Houston into Nassau.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
That helps a lot.
That helps a lot.
If you're a little closer to Dallas or to Austin, Texas, we have direct flights into Nassau on American Airlines.
Nice. Okay.
And if you're further afar, or if you're a bit of a roadie and you like to drive down to Florida for a couple of days or a couple of weeks or the whole winter, then you should consider wintering in the Bahamas instead, because we're a short 30-minute flight from Miami or Fort Lauderdale.
Winter. Okay, so speaking of wintering, when are the best times, the absolute best times to go?
Year-round.
Year-round.
Honestly.
Year-round, okay.
If you're looking for busy, active, really exciting activities in the destination, and you want a lot of Bahamians and visitors around, festival time is great. And festivals for us, our biggest one is Junkanoo.
Okay.
Junkanoo happens on Boxing Day, December 26th.
Okay, so right after Christmas for us.
Right
Okay.
after Christmas, and New Year's Day, January 1st.
Okay.
Bring in the New Year, big celebration. In the wee hours of the morning, masqueraders gather with their costumes that are predominantly made out of cardboard boxes.
Okay.
Cut fringe paper, feathers, beads, anything that sparkles. They have choreographed dancers, also costumed, and they have a huge live band. Unlike a lot of other places that have a festival, our bands play live music as they parade.
Oh, wow, okay.
So you have a brass section, you have horns, you have whistles, you have cowbells, you have goatskin drums of all sizes, and before you see them, you hear them.
Really? And you say wee hours of the morning. What time are we talking, Mikala?
We're talking, 2 o'clock. Straight out of the club.
Okay, so we're not going to sleep.
We don't
Got
sleep.
it.
We don't sleep. Or you sleep at 6 p.m. so that you can get up at midnight to come out
To start
Junkanoo.
partying. Oh, I like that.
Exactly.
Okay, hold that thought because we have to take a really quick break. This is exciting. All right, guys, are you planning your New Year's Eve trip to the Bahamas? Stay tuned right after this break. We'll get more from Mikala about the Bahamas.
Real estate can be a very complicated process. Finding one, how much can you afford? Financing, closing costs, mortgage, putting it on the market, considering offers, inspection, negotiations, submitting offers, schools, down payment, title insurance, home warranty, taxes, review net sheets. These are the pieces of the puzzle of home ownership. I'm the person who helps put it together and the glue that keeps it together. Give me a call.
Most multivitamins have ignored the health and nutritional differences of African Americans. What we require is a multivitamin designed to best suit our needs.
After years of treating patients and fighting health disparities, Dr. Greg Hall, physician, researcher, and educator, created a formula of multivitamins specifically designed for African American men, women, and adults over 50. Sequence Vitamins, because our needs are different. Available at sequencevitamin.com.
My prenatal promise is to make sure my baby is safe and healthy. Because I know it is possible to acquire syphilis, HIV, or other STDs without knowing it. Getting tested is my very first chance to protect my baby. Doctors are required to give expectant mothers 3 separate tests for syphilis. If you're pregnant, ask your doctor if you're being tested properly for syphilis and other STDs. Congenital syphilis can lead to a miscarriage, stillbirth, or an infant death. Don't risk your baby's health. To find out more, visit myprenatalpromise.com.
Experience the pinnacle of performance at Big Star Cadillac, formerly Ron Carter Cadillac. Drive the new 2021 Cadillac XT5 Luxury Collection for only $449 a month, or the new 2022 XT6 Luxury Collection for $549 a month, all for 39 months lease with just $1 down. At Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Big Star Cadillac, Gulf Freeway, just 2 minutes south of the Beltway.
Smarter when you shop at Big Star. Shop BigStarCadillac.com.
I'm Jonathan Cox with the Cox Radio Law Firm. For years, we have represented people who have been hurt or injured all over the country, but Houston is home. We fight for those who have been hurt or injured, however it may happen. So if you've been injured in a car accident, big truck accident, or even while at work, call our injury hotline at 1-800-HURT-NOW or log in to BigCityAccidents.com and let us fight for you.
BigCityAccidents.com. We fight for your right to get back your life.
Welcome back, everyone. Okay, so Mikala, I've traveled a lot in the Caribbean. However, I have not been to the Bahamas, but I heard that it's better. What makes the Bahamas better? Is it really better?
Well, 700 islands and 2,000 keys. I don't know if I need to expand more on that. Social distancing in this time of the pandemic is very easy in the Bahamas with that many islands.
Yeah.
And being able to rent a private island is also something that visitors can
Rent
do.
a private island.
Why not?
Okay.
If you want to buy out of a hotel, I mean, a lot of people know about Atlantis, which is one of the biggest ones in Nassau. And that could be a bit expensive buying out 2,000 plus rooms.
That sounds pretty, affordable for some.
However, there are 8-room hotels.
Oh,
so
oh,
if you
nice.
have 16 friends or 8 couples, you could rent out the entire hotel, and then you really have a bit of a VIP experience without having to have that VIP price.
Okay, speaking of experience, so I was scrolling through Instagram the other day, and I follow this page where it's like Black travelers, right?
Good.
And this lady is literally in her bikini feeding some pigs. Like and the pigs, like, we're hungry, okay? Let me be very clear, because I was like, I watched it a couple times with Mikala. I was like, don't bite her. But she was like, But they were coming and they were eating. So I heard you can swim with pigs. Is that true in the Bahamas?
Absolutely true. I mean, people talk about pigs in a blanket.
Okay.
People talk about when pigs fly. So why not when pigs swim?
When pigs
they enjoy
swim.
the beach, the sun, the sand, just like everybody else does.
What is that like? Is that like...
It's a bit of an experience. It really is. I mean, your mind isn't really prepared for it. And the cutest thing is when the little ones come out first, because I mean, you know, who doesn't love Babe? It's a little bit more daunting when the mummies and daddies come too, but it's quite interesting to see, you know, a wild boar paddling around in some crystal clear blue water. It's really a sight to see.
And you're literally swimming right next to...
You are literally swimming right next to. If you're a little bit apprehensive, you can stay on the boat and feed them from the boat.
Oh, okay.
You can head out to the beach and you kind of stay a little bit away from them and still provide some food. And while the main experience is in the Exumas, you can get to it if you're staying in Exuma, or even if you're in Nassau, you can do a powerboat excursion down to the Exumas to experience the swimming pigs.
You said something earlier that I really loved. You said the Bahamas, you can experience so much more than just the beach.
Absolutely.
I love that. So you have the pigs, you talked about the diving.
Yes.
Iguanas, what else?
That's right, you can feed the iguanas. We have wild stingray. So in West End Ecology Tour provides you a wild stingray excursion where, again, out on a little deserted island, you stand in water that's about knee deep or calf deep, or you can lay on your stomach and these wild, beautiful, graceful, but again, a little bit scary stingrays swim on up, and you feed them squid, and they have no teeth, so there's no biting involved. They suck it right out of your hand. It's such a beautiful experience.
Okay, so we did that here at the aquarium. I didn't do it. I let my nephew do it. I was like, okay, this is not for me. But he enjoyed it. He's like, it feels funny. Let me do it again. Have it. So this sounds right up his alley.
Funny. It's a suction kind of
yes.
And again, something that you wouldn't expect. We have dolphin encounters in sanctuaries and dolphin encounters out into the open ocean. So you can swim with dolphins that have been trained. The excursion in Nassau on Blue Lagoon Island is a phenomenal one. They also have sea lions. They have Segway tours. They can do an ecology tour. So you can see marine life and flora and fauna. In Freeport, Grand Bahama at UNEXO, they actually let their dolphins out of captivity, and you can go out into the ocean where they frolic and play, where they like to find food, where they want to have a bit of a good time. And then when they're bored with the humans, they head back into the sanctuary and the boat follows along.
Bored with the humans.
When they're bored with the human, they're done playing.
Okay, I've had enough fun with you.
I've had enough with you because they're spoiled in their sanctuary. So it's a different experience. And then even in Bimini, they have excursions where the dolphins are not at all in captivity. They know certain nesting grounds and areas that dolphins play. So they will take you out to where they are and you have another experience there. So it's just...
everything.
It's everything. And if you want to stay on land, if being in the ocean is not your thing, we have marching flamingo.
Marching flamingo.
We have marching flamingo. They have been trained, and you can get in the ring at the Adastra Gardens and Zoo in Nassau.
And they march
with the flamingo.
Girl, I am done. Okay.
Absolutely.
They march. Okay, so we talked about sea. Speaking of sea, you guys cruises, right?
Absolutely.
Cruise lines come through.
Tons of them, all of them. Many of them have ships registered in the Bahamas. Many of them have islands in the Bahamas. So if you board Royal Caribbean, let's say, you might go to their Coco Cay. If you board MSC, they have an island just off of Bimini. If you're on Princess Cruises, they have Princess Isle. And this summer 2021, we started home porting Royal Caribbean and Crystal Cruises, which means that you actually fly to Nassau, Bahamas, and you board your ship in the Bahamas. And with Crystal Cruises, what was unique is their cruise is an all Bahamas circuit. So you're only stopping at...
So you're doing those amazing islands that you've been telling me about.
About 6 of the 16 major islands in the Bahamas, which have never been experienced by cruise before.
Okay, now, Mikala, now I want the tea. Let me pick up this. Tell me, what famous people live in the Bahamas? Just give me a little bit.
We're not supposed to kiss and tell, but
okay.
you know,
Give me a couple.
We do have an ambassador in our commercial. I don't know if you know of Lenny Kravitz. You might
Lenny
have heard of
Kravitz. I
him.
mean, he's kind of on that video that's playing on the screen. He's kind of cute, so I know him.
He's kind of important, kind of special. Kind of wrote his one of those famous songs that we have in our commercial in Nassau.
Ah,
He
okay.
was actually inspired to write "Fly Away" in the Bahamas.
Okay, nice.
And he's got roots there. His mom, Roxy Roker. We have Roker Hill and Roker Town, Al Roker. All of that exists in the Exumas. So he used to come down as a boy and be with his Bahamas family, his Bahamian roots.
His Bahamian roots.
Bahamian roots.
I love that.
All the time. So yeah, he's one of them. There are a few others.
There are a few others.
There's a guy named Tyler Perry who kind of
just a guy that we heard of.
Tweeted, during the pandemic that he was chilling at home in the Bahamas.
Oh, nice. Okay. And he did his movie there, Why Did I Get Married Too? But I didn't notice that.
He kind of did, yeah.
But let me ask you this though, seriously, on a serious note, safety is important for all of us when we travel. So when traveling to the Bahamas, you arrive at the airport, would you say it's really safe? Like it's secure, you feel comfortable, we're safe to go, we're ready to go?
We're safe, we're ready to go. We have all the protocols in place. We've been watching and monitoring our own country's COVID cases. We're monitoring the world as well because tourism is our #1 industry. And so being able to provide that safety net, a lot of our hotel partners have gotten into the game as well. And early on, we formed a committee that provided us with protocols for a clean and pristine certification. And so our hotel partners have joined in on the forefront to make sure that their visitors and their staff are safe with this clean and pristine certification. You'll find a medallion on our website. You'll find it on their website.
Okay.
We make sure that we put out all that information front and forward. On the beaches, you don't need a mask, but going in and out of buildings to the beach, you need to wear your mask.
Okay.
In any public spaces, you need to wear a mask. Social distancing is still observed, and a lot of our tour operators and excursion partners make sure that their tours have fewer passengers than they would have pre-pandemic, pre-2019. It's so
I know, right? You're like pre-post. I don't know when. Yes,
over.
I understand.
But we're close, and we're like I said, with 700 islands and so much to see. Being able to be socially distant is really easy in the Bahamas.
I love that.
Being able to book private excursions, being able to have your own island, being able to have private access.
It's the private islands for me that I can book one.
It really is. Oh my goodness. There are villas and hotels that aren't traditional hotels, so that you're maybe checking in a main room, but then every other villa is an individual building. So again, that ability to be just among the people that you travel with is so much easier.
Mikala, our time is up, but when I tell you I have a 40th birthday coming up, and I mean, Bahamas is looking pretty nice since I've never been.
Listen, I say it's better in the Bahamas, not only because it's a tagline, but it's the truth. So I want you to experience
I'm going to come test your truth. Thank you so much, dear, for coming into the studio today. I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Alrighty, guys, I'm about to start planning my 40th. If you're in Bahamas, call me and let me know. I'll see you right after this break. See you in a second.
Real estate can be a very complicated process. Finding one, how much can you afford, financing, closing costs, mortgage, putting it on the market, considering offers, inspection, negotiations, submitting offers, schools, down payment, title insurance, home warranty, taxes, review net sheets. These are the pieces of the puzzle of home ownership. I'm the person who helps put it together and the glue that keeps it together. Give me a call.
Most multivitamins have ignored the health and nutritional differences of African Americans. What we require is a multivitamin designed to best suit our needs.
After years of treating patients and fighting health disparities, Dr. Greg Hall, physician, researcher, and educator, created a formula of multivitamins specifically designed for African American men, women, and adults over 50. Sequence Vitamins, because our needs are different. Available at sequencevitamin.com.
My prenatal promise is to make sure my baby is safe and healthy, because I know it is possible to acquire syphilis, HIV, or other STDs without knowing it. Getting tested is my very first chance to protect my baby. Doctors are required to give expectant mothers 3 separate tests for syphilis. If you're pregnant, ask your doctor if you're being tested properly for syphilis and other STDs. Congenital syphilis can lead to a miscarriage, stillbirth, or an infant death. Don't risk your baby's health. To find out more, visit myprenatalpromise.com.
Experience the pinnacle of performance at Big Star Cadillac, formerly Ron Carter Cadillac. Drive the new 2021 Cadillac XT5 Luxury Collection for only $449 a month, or the new 2022 XT6 Luxury Collection for $549 a month, all for 39 months lease with just $1 down. At Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Big Star Cadillac, Gulf Freeway, just 2 minutes south of the Beltway.
Smarter when you shop at Big Star. Shop BigStarCadillac.com.
I'm Jonathan Cox with the Cox Radio Law Firm. For years, we have represented people who have been hurt or injured all over the country, but Houston is home. We fight for those who have been hurt or injured, however it may happen. So if you've been injured in a car accident, big truck accident, or even while at work, call our injury hotline at 1-800-HURT-NOW or log in to BigCityAccidents.com and let us fight for you.
BigCityAccidents.com. We fight for your right to get back your life.
Welcome back, everyone. So I have to ask you, after hearing Mikala talk about the Bahamas, are you ready to travel? I know I am. I so miss international travel right about now. So listen, to all of my dreamers, you know I'm always talking about self-care and self-love, and I am planning to talk about that probably forever. You know, one good way to take care of yourself is to travel, is to go somewhere. Now, have you ever did a solo vacation? I'm not encouraging you to do so, but if you want to, wouldn't the Bahamas be a great place to do it and to really relax? And if you had your family and you wanted to go, wouldn't it be perfect then? Or, you know, Mikala told me, you guys can get a chance to hear, you can rent one of those private islands and it's 18 and up. And that sounds like a girlfriend's getaway to me. As always, take care of yourself, whatever that looks like for you. And if it includes traveling, call me because I may want to go too. You can always chat with us on Facebook and on Instagram at American Star TV. I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Bye-bye.